Well, now we're doing the review for 5-3, and our first task is find the limit as x goes to infinity of e to the 3x over x cubed. And we can use L'Hopital's rule for this because we've got indeterminate form. The numerator is going to infinity and the denominator is going to infinity. So put a little h here to signify L'Hopital's rule. And so when we x goes to infinity, and so now we'll take the derivative of the numerator and we get 3e to the 3x. And we'll take the derivative of the denominator and we get 3x squared. And these 3's divide out. So we've got indeterminate form again. Both numerator and denominator are going to infinity as x goes to infinity. So we've got e to the 3x over x squared, and I'm sorry, I didn't take a derivative, but now we're going to take a derivative. We'll use L'Hopital's rule. So that's the limit as x goes to infinity of 3e to the 3x over 2x. And we've got indeterminate form again, so we'll use L'Hopital's rule and we get the limit as x goes to infinity of 9e to the 3x, we bring that 3 down, and over 2. And now we can no longer use L'Hopital's rule. Clearly this denominator or numerator is blowing up and the denominator is held at 2, so that equals infinity. Okay, well, now let's do problem 2, and we have to find the limit as x goes to negative infinity of x over the square root of 4 plus x squared. Well, regardless of whether we evaluate a negative x or a negative value or a positive value for x squared, it's going to go positive because it's squared. We're going to rewrite this, though, in this form. The limit as x goes to infinity of, and I'll put a negative on the x, and 4 plus x squared. Now, as x goes to infinity, with that negative there, we will get a negative value. If x goes to infinity, negative infinity, here we would have gotten a negative value. Now, this is a little easier to deal with. So now, let's if you try L'Hopital's rule on this, you just keep getting back what you start with. So instead of doing that, let's divide every term by, or do it this way. See, I'll multiply by 1 in the form of 1 over x over 1 over x. And in doing that, I think I'll stick that negative right out here. We'll have x over x divided by the square root of, and when we bring this x under the radical, it will become x squared. So that'll be 4 over x squared and plus x squared over x squared. So this equals the limit as x goes to infinity, and we've got our negative here, and the quotient of these two is 1. Now this 4 over x squared as x goes to infinity, that goes to 0. And these two divide out and go to 1, so what we have is the square root of 0 plus 1, which equals the limit as x goes to infinity of negative 1 over, and the square root of 1 is 1, so that just equals negative 1, doesn't it? And we're done.